shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. A different look for Miami. Anderson, he's checked in for Bosh. Miller comes in for James. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Miller outside. The three. And again, Miami with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Stolen by Miles. And here they come. Here's Allen. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And that almost feels like too much coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Now Hill. Shane Battier missing from long range. And Miles kicks to Hill. And again, it's Indiana.
Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Cole dishes to Battier. And again, it's the Heat missing. Indiana leading. Here is Miles. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Can't cash in from close range.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Pacers out in front. They lead by a bucket. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball moving, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Allen is out there with Norris Cole. Then it's Mike Miller. Then there's Anderson. And it's Bosh in at the 5 spot. Stuckey kicks to Hill. Back to Stuckey. Miami trailer. Pass to Bosh. Out to Miller. From deep. And he gets it to go. Miller's got 6.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. A different look for Miami. LeBron's checked in for Anderson. Wade comes in for Ray Allen. And it's Chalmers in for Cole. And it's Wade penetrating. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And that one's good. Ellis.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Again, the miss by the Heat. Pacers leading by 3. Stuckey passes to Turner. Hill dishes to Ellis. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 7 points for Ellis.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm. Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. And the rejection by James. Here's Wade. And he banks in the layup. Wade's got 9.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
No good from Lawson.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
But they recover it. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And stolen by James. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Shane Battier is checked in for Miller. Here's Lawson. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And that one's good. 9 points for Monte Ellis.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Hill. And Glenn Robinson, the third, is subbed in for Ellis. Hill, no good. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Heat have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And he makes the first.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Chris Anderson is checked in for Miami. Here is Miles. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And the basket by Hill. The Heat with the lead. LeBron, no good. And Miles kicks to George. Feeds it to Hill. Back to George. Wants to get it to Miles and does. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Ray Allen, he's checked in for Miami. Norris Cole comes in for Dwayne Wade. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Miami. Kicks to Anderson. Allen, right side. Paul George with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Hill leading the charge. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
That one is no good.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Chalmers. Battier with a screen on Hill. 5 on the clock. Chalmers with it. He's picked up by Hill. Allen's shot is off. From deep, Miles. And he gets it to go. Miles has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
For 3, Hill. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. D. Wade really playing well in this one.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Hill and Miles team up in the backcourt. Paul George is out there with Lavoy Allen. And it's Mahinmi in at the center.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
You know, whatever they chopped it up about during the break, it's worked. I mean, they've really been excellent in their execution since halftime.
Hill drives in. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Paul George really making a difference here.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Now Wade, 11 points in the game. Here's LeBron. The baseline jumper goes down. James has got 8 points.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Chalmers. For 3, Hill. Rebounded by Chalmers. And it's Miami's ball. Battier right side. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Up the floor. The shot by George, no good. Wade outside. James outside. It's stolen by Hill. Here's George. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. For Indiana, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. Throw good, Paul George. A different look for Miami. Miller comes in for James. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Hill comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Lawson in for Hill.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chris Anderson is checked in for the Heat. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. Here's George. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the wide. It could be a three-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Stuckey passes to George. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
1:29 left here in the third quarter. Stuckey kicks to George. And it's Miami with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Indiana leading by 15.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior. Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
And Miami making a change here. James is checked in. And Indiana with a change here, too. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for George. Ray Allen is on the wing. That one wide left.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Ellis. 17-point lead, their biggest. Allen drives in. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got 5 points so far.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash-mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Back to Ellis. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lawson dishes to Ellis. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Stuckey with it. No good on the three. It's deflected. Can't get it to go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Pacers. They finish off the third quarter with a 13-5 run. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. LeBron James is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Chris Anderson. Then there's Allen. And it's Wade in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Lawson. Fades and shoots. No luck. And Miami the other way now. Allen for 3. The shot is off. Now here's the fast break. Stuckey leading the way. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Pacers lead by 17.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Turner with the steal.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Anderson can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Here's LeBron.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And that one's good.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Mike Miller's checked in for the Heat. The drive by Wade. And Chris Anderson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul.
Indiana leading by 19 points. Here's George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 32 points in the game.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Sade, I like that, Greg.